Hello everyone. Welcome to a guided yoga flow by Bridgyoto. I'm so happy you're here and taking the time to care for you. Step your feet to the top of the mat to start in a forward fold. Inhale for a brief halfway lift, then with a big exhale, relax your belly over your thighs. Option to find stillness or to find a little bit of movement by pedaling out your legs and moving into a few gentle twists. When you're ready, bring your fingertips to the ground or to your shins. Inhale, draw your belly in, create a flat back to lift halfway. Exhale, release and relax into your forward fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. One more full round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back for plank pose. Find a strong base in your palms, press the ground away from you, and draw your belly in for a tight core. Option here to bring your knees off the ground for a full plank pose. Lift your right foot, bend your leg, and draw your knee to your right arm. Pause briefly, and then plant your foot to the outer edge of your mat for a deep runner's lunge. Big exhale and settle in. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the ground. Heel toe your front foot to the center top edge of your mat. Bring your back heel to the ground and walk your hands off towards the left side of your mat and then towards your back leg. At the same time, bend your back leg and straighten your front. Sit your hips to your back leg. Exhale, Skandasana at the back of the mat. Option to create wide arms here. And keeping the T shape in your arms, take a big inhale, rise. Straighten your back leg and bend your front for warrior two. Find steadiness in your breath. With your exhale breath, bring both hands to the ground. Step forward, lift halfway, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back for plank pose. Keep your core strong and engaged here. Find the steadiness of your breath. We'll find the other side. Lift your left foot off the ground, bend your knee, and draw your knee towards your left arm. Briefly pause, and then plant your foot to the outer edge of your mat for a deep runner's lunge. Big exhale, and settle in. Tuck your back toes and lift your knee off the ground. Heel toe your front foot to the center top edge of your mat. Bring your back heel to the ground and walk your hands off to the right, then towards your back leg. At the same time, bend your back leg and straighten your front. Sit your hips towards your back leg and exhale for Skandasana at the back of the mat. With your arms wide in a T shape, rise. Warrior two. Straighten your back leg and bend your front. Find steadiness in your breath once again. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Step forward, lift halfway. Forward fold. Pause. You can leave your hands on the ground or maybe bend your arms and grab for opposite elbows. Find stillness and remember to breathe. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant your hands to the ground. Step your feet back for plank. Remember to breathe, you got this. Lift your right foot off the ground, draw your knee to your right arm. Swing your knee to your left elbow. Draw your back heel to the ground, and your left arm reaches high towards the sky for a hovering fallen triangle. Rebend your floating leg and bring your knee to the ground directly under your hip. Inhale, rise for gate pose. With a full breath out, reach your right arm overhead and towards the back of the room to add a side body stretch. With your exhale breath, move both hands to the ground at the top of your mat. Square your hips to the front of the room. Your right knee is still bent and your left is straight. Inhale, lift your left heel. Tuck your right toes. Exhale, three-legged dog. Move into an inverted V shape with your left leg high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Move your left heel to your nose, then step forward for low crescent lunge. Lift your chest, lift your arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gentle back bend by dragging your elbows towards your side body. Reach up. Then bring both hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes and lift your knee off the ground. Skandasana at the back of the mat. You've seen this before. Walk your hands towards the right. Bend your back knee and sit your hips towards your bent leg. Wide T-shaped arms here. Breathe in, rise for warrior two. Full breath out, hold. High lunge, shift your hips and torso to face the front of the room and reach your arms up. Take a breath in and shift your torso forward. As you exhale, launch onto your left leg. Bring your right knee up and over your left, preparing for eagle pose. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. Pull your belly in for an active, engaged core. And then find one spot in the room to help you with your balance. Take an inhale, lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, swing your leg back behind you, briefly pausing in airplane pose. And then drop your right toes to the ground along with your right knee. Unwind your arms for a low crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, back bend. Bring both hands to the ground. Lift your right knee and find lightness in your left foot. Swing your knee to your right elbow. Bring your back heel to the ground. At the same time, lift your left arm high for hovering fallen triangle. Rebend your floating leg and bring your knee to the ground directly under your hip. Inhale for gate pose, rise. As you exhale, move into a side body stretch by reaching your left arm high overhead and towards the back of the room. With your exhale breath, move both hands to the ground at the top of the mat and square your hips to the front of the room to set up for a three-legged tabletop. Your left knee is still bent and your right is straight. Inhale, lift your right heel and tuck your left toes. Exhale for a three-legged dog. Move into an inverted V shape with your right leg high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your right knee to your nose, then step forward for low crescent lunge. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, gentle back bend. Reach up and then with both hands to the ground, lift your back knee off the ground. Bring your back heel to the ground. Sweep your hands towards the left, then rebend your back knee and sit your hips towards your back leg for Skandasana at the back of the mat. Reach your arms high for a T shape. Inhale, rise for warrior two. Settle in for the breath out. High lunge. Shift your hips and torso to face the front of the room and reach your arms up. Inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, launch onto your right leg for eagle pose, briefly floating your left knee, and then cross your left knee over your right and cross your left arm under your right. Once again, find one spot in the room to focus on to help you with your balance. Uncross your legs, lift your left knee, and swing your left leg behind you for a brief pause in airplane pose. Then drop your toes and your knee down to the ground. Uncross your arms. Breathe in. Lift your arms high as you exhale, back bend. Bring both hands to the ground. Lift your back knee off the ground. Plank pose. Step your foot to meet your other at the back of the mat. Breath in. Breath out. Downward dog. Send your hips up and back. Option here to find stillness or to pedal out your legs by bending one knee and then the other. Bring your knees down to the ground, then shift them out from underneath you to lay down on your back. Cross your right leg over your left. And with your breath out, relax your legs off to the left side of the mat for a supine twist. Come back to center, uncross your legs, recross them the other way, and drop your knees off to the right side of the mat this time for supine twist on the other side. Come back to center. Lift your feet off the ground and draw your knees to your chest. Catch hold of your feet for happy baby. Release your feet and gently rock and roll to find a seated position at the top of your mat. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Take slow, intentional breaths, redrawing your energy from your surroundings. One more big breath in. Big breath out, full release. I bring my hands to my heart center to acknowledge the connection between me and you and the universe. Thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.